Hi everyone, my name's Morgan Hermanic, and today I'm at the Good Neighbor Community Center with some of the lovely staff here to talk a little bit about what they do at this cultural center. Let's start off with just some quick introductions. We'll start with you, Tom.
I'm Tom Randa, and I'm the Executive Director.
I am Tariq Al-Sharifi, and I am the Community Health Worker here.
This is Ayubi Arslan from GNCC Good Neighbor Center. I'm working as a case manager.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. So if you had to describe the Good Neighbor Community Center to someone who's never heard of it before, at the very basic level, what would you say? What's the most important thing for them to know?
I think this is a facility where they can come and get assistance is kind of what I would say. It ranges from basic needs and those needs that do come up that are unplanned for. So as they are thinking about the center, it's more like a place where they can come get support and also get to meet people that do need the support as well here in our community.
What are some of the basic program or services that you provide here at the Good Neighbor Center?
One of the main ones that we've done over the years, and as you can see Tariq here, we just pulled him from the line. The food truck just came from the food bank and delivered loads of food in the back. So what our staff members are kind of doing right now is preparing the food, and then our community is actually going to come through a drive-through system and get the food. So as early as about 7:30 in the morning, there was a long line all the way from our center here all the way down to close to Vine Street, because we are using a drive-through system. So that's one of the main programs that we do provide here, perishable food. There's also a pantry, and we also have a shopping floor where the community brings donations, and we are able to give those out free of charge to those who need them. And then, of course, these two play a big role in our refugee program. So we have a Middle East, North Africa whole project where we have case managers like them, and they can talk some more about what they do, where we provide services for refugees and immigrants resettling in Lincoln, Nebraska.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to hear a little bit more about that and what your day-to-day looks like and the people who you serve, if one of you would love to share.
Actually, there is another program besides the ones Tom added. It is like for the English classes, especially for the new arrivals, and the citizenship also classes. And we have made a great record that we got almost 71. They are 71 exactly, whom passed the citizenship classes from their first attempt, which most of them have no educational background in their countries. So this is one of the very good achievements to our center. Besides, we are doing the case management. We do some like sometimes escorting them to do some interpretation in case they would need, and we help them in their documentation. In all, like the case management is a small name for a very huge. For a very huge job, actually.
I was gonna say he actually started as a volunteer.
Oh, wow.
And then he did so well with those classes, and so when funding became available, actually the Minor Health Initiative grant became available. So we're like, hey, you've made a connection with the community here, so let's have you on board. So that's how Tariq started working at the center. Yeah, it's great.
We go to the training like a peer support specialist, and we got a RAP 1 and RAP 2. And we host most of the LPS school trainings that we was the host, and we trained other refugees that they are new coming in here. So we are doing case management for Afghan refugees. We are go to the immigration appointments with them because we have a experience right now, and we know what's our job and how we can help for the people. I love this job because I want to work with the people, because I coming from very bad situation in here, so nobody helped me, so I know the pain and everything. So I'm definitely without my job and side job, so I'm working with the people. So it doesn't matter it takes my time or no, because I know it's very difficult for the people that they are living in here and they don't have any experience, so they are go to the culture shock. And this is very important, and the main thing, and I'm working still on it, so we have more than 250 families in here and the clients in here. So the case management is not very easy, so we are just doing what we have available in here, and also we are doing and trying our best to be a solution for the people.
When they started working, I should say when he started actually working, it's right about the time we had an increase of refugees from Afghanistan. So some of the needs were they had no transportation. So what they would do is they would get done with food distribution and then put all the food in our cargo van, then go around town and take that food to those families. So we are glad to see that our Afghan refugees are now kind of getting a way of being able to go to various places, but transportation was an issue. And Tariq kind of did the same thing during COVID season. We had a lot of people coming in for food. We would get done with food distribution in the morning, and then the rest of the day he'll be out in the community taking food to especially those who are at a higher risk of getting COVID.
If someone wants to seek out your services or they need your services, or if someone is working with a client who they know could benefit, how do they get in touch with you? Do they just walk in? Do they, apply online for case management or for the English classes?
Most of them they are coming from another agencies, so like from LFS or Catholic Social Services, because right now we built very good connection with them, and they are just referred. They're people or the refugees that they are new coming, or they are clients and they have a problems and they cannot, we have more thousands of people right now in Afghanis refugee in here.
I'll also say word of mouth in our community here. This neighborhood is mostly where most of our clients are coming from. So on a day like today, after the food has been delivered, some of them will get on the phones and say, hey, guess what is available today? You should come over and get some of that. So word of mouth, definitely. And we have, like Aslan mentioned, referrals from the resettlement agencies. They do refer the new refugees and immigrants coming to Lincoln. And of course, we do have our social media. We have a Facebook page, we have a website. People can be able to do that. But they are always welcome to walk in. There's on a Monday morning, Wednesday morning might be kind of crazy because we are mostly in the back doing the drive-through system for food, but the rest of the time they can just walk in. Those who need diapers, they just walk into a building and get those. Those who need clothes, household items, they can also walk during the week and just come and get those things as well.
Do you have a particular story of a client or a family that you've worked with that's really touched your heart? And don't share any names, please, but do you have a moment that just makes you think this is worth it?
When you're coming from another country, and I thank God that I was speaking English, and also my wife. So my wife was pregnant, and I didn't get enough services, because there was very rush and the people came in here, and I know the problems too. But one day my wife was very sick, and we were to the I called 911, and the emergency ambulance came in here, and we go to the Bryan Hospital, and after 3 a.m. They says you guys can go right now, and we didn't have enough communication and the phones to call for someone and reach someone to helping us, and just we are walk from from Bryan Hospital to here, and it was very difficult and it was very hard for us. And on that time I take the decision, and I said I need to be the person to help for the people, and I need to be the person to stand on my feet and to be the person to help for another people. Beside my job, there's no any problem. And just I came in my interview with my bicycle, and just after a week and 2 weeks, I get my license on my car. When I came in here, and Tom asked me, my director, did you what was the results? You get your driver's license? I said yes, and I have my vehicle in outside there. And they are saying, what? You have your vehicle right now? So yeah, I have a schedule, I have planning for day, so without planning I'm not gonna do anything. So I'm very happy, and I'm with the clients right now. So most of the clients, they have some specific issue and problem, so I'm working with them, and right now I'm very happy.
I've seen so many people come through, and walking to a grocery store, then you get served by someone you touched, you give them the tools to be able to get that job. That's something that I'm really proud of. But there's one that really, I can really recall because I worked with this family for a long time. But they were refugees that spoke the same language as I do. I speak Swahili. And I was able to work with them when they had almost close to 7 or 8 kids. And we started from scratch. They just got resettled here in Lincoln. And because we could speak the same language, I was able to kind of tell them what to do on some things. There are some applications that they could not do themselves. So normally I don't do a lot of case management because there's a lot of people to serve. But then with this particular family, I kind of found out that I was actually case managing for that family. So I worked with them for about 5 years. The kids grew. Some of them got married. I still see the dad, riding his bike in town. And it's just a proud moment, especially when you see the kids and see how well they're doing. And now they're supporting the parents. And the parents are, self-sufficient, they're independent, and they no longer need our services. That's one proud moment that I remember.
That's super impactful, and those lived experiences are definitely so important when you bring yourself to work to help those clients. Sounds like you each have your lived experience, and that's just invaluable. When you're helping others.
We work with a lot of cases, and most of them are touching our hearts, actually. But I can tell you now, like tens of those. But I will give you some example. When I started working as a community health worker, I was taking care of some people whom had chronic diseases or obesity things or like these things. And one of them, he was a married guy. He have 4 daughters, beautiful daughters actually, and all of them less than teenagers. However, and then he was having unfortunately a suicide due to his trauma. He was having a suicide thoughts and these things, and so I took like a special care for him, and he was coming and attending our classes, and gradually he started working on himself, and then he feel that he's getting better. I merge him with our class cases, or let us say trauma speaking classes, let us say, which is that through the peer support thing, and gradually he was merging perfectly. He got his citizenship. He reduces his weight almost more than 100 pounds. And then they left to California, and then they sent me a video with his family, and he was saying something in Arabic, something like we say, as we said in the, you're the man, or you are the who gave me the hope, let us say. He said like that, and they were pointing and they were laughing, and the main thing surprises me that really he reduces his weight till maybe half of the weight or which he was having, and this is one of the most important things, because his wife came to me and she said he drinking a lot, then he can, when he passed, he said when he want to drink a lot, then when he unfortunately passed away, then he will not feel anything like that. He was having those thoughts, and due to the trauma, as I told you, he has in Iraq, and from there you can see that this is one of the very touchy things that it is still in my mind.
Well, fantastic. Thank you, all 3 of you, for sharing and for sharing your leadership in the community and your passions and dedicating your life to this. Really, thank you.
Thank you so much.